fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes offense will get the first crack at it here. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
The expressway is wide open, and they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Sayin. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. So Washington State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Washington State Cougars offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Johnson looking to throw. Trying to get to it. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets a block, and the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So Ohio State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football.
Catch inside the 25, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you can tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Cougars racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage miss.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Johnson wants to throw it. Got a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Washington State going back to work on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Off play action on first down. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Fires to the right. And that pass is intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Johnson looking to throw. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Washington State lines up quickly. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. They'll try the run, relying on that running game as they threaten a pickup of 4 down to the 13. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Leaves it with the back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Cougars line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wazoo!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Looking to throw for it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And it's picked off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. The Cougars want to move quickly. Johnson wants to throw it. Wide open downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. They'll try to snap it quickly. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Buck. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. No huddle offense to the line.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Ready to try the point after. Splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Oregon is ahead early right now, but years past they've had Michael James or Joey Harrington. They don't have that guy this year, and that's why this is tight. They're up by 4 over Boston College. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Motion from the offense. Johnson looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Boomer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They're going to throw it to start the drive. They're trying to get to it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the silver bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position. And right,
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The Cougars moving quickly to the line. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Johnson wants to throw it. Works the middle. He's brought down, but he's got enough to give Wazoo a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Give to the running back. They knock him down right there. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. A 3rd and long coming up here. It's a draw. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2. Washington State will have to boot it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet.
And he's got it inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. First and 10 coming up. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub, they want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in the state.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Washington State ready to boot it away to start the 3rd quarter.
14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've got to...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the 2nd.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow...
Going up top. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Got now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making play.
The give to the tailback. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Washington State going quickly. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5. They started this drive in great field position, now needing to convert on 3rd and 2. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
Artie, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The motions working, the quarterback's making the right reads, keeping the football, having a lot of success. You're dang right. I'll run that again.
Lining up to add another. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind something.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought, big play coming. Just didn't realize it would be for the defense.
Yeah, they got in there quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They take the lead with the 6.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UTEP is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 18 over Liberty. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Washington State lines up quickly.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a move. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their feet.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. The Buckeyes get it past the sticks.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
And the Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden.
Oh, look out! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before it's finally stopped.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They go to the draw. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Washington State going quickly. On third down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. And he breaks into the open. At the 20. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Get it out on the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're lining up to boot it away.
Number 19, set to kick this one away.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They believe they can run right here. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Washington State lines up quickly. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
He lofts one down the sideline. Picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll give it to the back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give and tick, 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 tick. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the pummeling has started. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UTEP has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 18 over Liberty. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Line getting set on 2nd down. Johnson wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them the 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. It's complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the done.
Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. 1st down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from. You try to...
Nothing but green ahead. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football secure.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you know what? You kind of deserve it. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going up top here late in the game. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's what.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Johnson looking to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense takes matters into their own hands. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been